And other trustees, do you have any comments you want to share?
I had to go in a day early. I'm on the National Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Board representing the Midwest region. And I brought back a lot of information that I'm going to be giving to Dr. Sudek that she can either put online or can disseminate however she wishes. One of the things that we did at this particular session was when we were in New York, we had asked the committee members to go back to their respective schools and put together information about the policies that they have for fostering diversity, equity, and inclusion with faculty, staff, students, administration, and also when putting out bids for jobs. And so out of the 20 or so people that were part of the group, I got 6 or 7 that did actually put together something. So this particular board then went ahead and moved to try and get each of the community colleges to take a look at what they're doing in terms of targeting diversity and equity, try and make a 5-year plan that's data-driven so that they can see what's happening with their progress, and also to make sure that we know what the board knows, what our vision is, what our values are, what the total body's values are, and that we incorporate this. And I was shocked to hear that we were one of the only schools so far who has diversity, equity, and inclusion going to be included in our master plan. It was really a surprise to me or a strategic plan, I mean. It was a surprise to me that others were not doing that, and Noah Brown was really happy to hear that. The other thing that I went to that Chief might even be interested in is Second Chance Pell Grant experimental program is going on right now in 67 schools, and our committee asked to have this particular piece of Pell Grant money included in the Higher Ed Reauthorization Act. And what it does is it coordinates Pell Grants for people who are in prison that are not going to be there long term, but that absolutely need to have a leg up and some help in the education so that when they're released, they can go ahead and be productive in the community. They were shown that out of the colleges that are participating right now, 35 of them are community colleges out of the 67. 120 prisons in 27 states are participating, and Illinois is not one of the states. We do not have a program there. It's served over 5,000 students who have received credentials so far. It was supposed to be a 3 to 5 year experimental program, but some have had it going on much longer. And they've shown that if half of those made eligible enrolled could participate, we would have a 10% increase in employment and a larger pool of skilled workers. It increases earnings by $45 million, and it reduced reincarceration costs and prison costs by a significant amount of money. So it's something that we're really pushing for, and I have information on that too that I will give to Dr. Sudek so that she can pass it on. That wasn't the only thing I went to, but I know Rich is going to talk about the lawyers summit that I attended also. So.
Okay, Barb?
Yeah, we had an opportunity as a board to meet with our congressional delegation from Illinois. We talked about Pell and Perkins and National Science Foundation grants. It was a very productive meeting. We also, as part of the Illinois Community College Trustees Association, we also, as a state group, met with both Senators Durbin and Duckworth as well, and thank them both for their support, especially this last year. We really had some real positive results with Perkins and several other areas of federal funding as well. And of course, one of the highlights, and I'm hoping Lori will talk a little bit about the reception that we held. If not, I'll chime in a little bit later. But it was a very productive meeting, and CLC is fortunate to have such a great group of congressmen and women that support what we do. So if you ever see them out on the streets, thank them for their support.
as an add-on to that, many of you may know, we have two new congressmen. Lauren Underwood, who took over for Randy Hultgren, and Sean Caston, who took over for Peter Roskam. And we were able to meet with both of them, and even though they're still new and getting their feet wet, they were very enthusiastic about working with community colleges and wanting to learn more about what was going on. So it was a great opportunity for them to see what's important to us, because we're getting them fresh. They didn't have any preconceived ideas. They didn't really have a whole lot of background. And I think that some of the things that we gave them in our white papers kind of opened their eyes in terms of what kinds of things are needed. So that was a good start.
Thank you. Brandon, I skipped over you. Do you have any comments on your national legislative experience?
So it was a really great opportunity to meet congressmen and congresswomen, senators. Never been to DC before, so that was a really great experience. I really like to talk, what I focused on was the Pell Grant. So we were planning on we wanted to maintain the Pell Grant, maximum Pell Grant amount, which was $6,195. And we also were advocating to increase the semesters from 12 to 14. So I really talked about how the Pell Grant would really affect our students if we didn't have it, and that a lot of students really need the Pell Grant to go to school. So I talked about people I knew from CLC students, and I think it was really productive meeting as well. So.
Thank you. Julie?
As everyone's been saying, our congressmen and our legislators, they are so supportive of everything that we brought to them, including DACA, which is still maintaining it and still an important issue. I'd like to thank Nick, because he scheduled all our appointments with everybody so nicely and didn't get us lost in the tunnels of Washington, D.C. And I'd like to thank the foundation office, Kurt Peterson and Kristen Davis, for all the hard work that they put in to the reception, for the alumni reception. And I did go to one session which I thought was rather eye-opening. It was about food insecurities. And they were talking about, there's studies about college campuses for students with food insecurities. And the majority of students, there's a majority of students in community colleges, and basically older students. And I was gratified to see when we were looking at the master plan there that there's a food pantry. Thank you, Women's Center, thank you. Here at the Grays Lake and at the Lakeshore campus. I think these are such important issues, because students can't really study and really can't concentrate until their basic needs are met. And so I want to thank Teresa and the Women's Center and Tammy and everybody who has been helping for this food pantry. And I think it's something that the students need to be aware of, and that there's no stigma on it. And I think that it's good work and we should continue it. So thank you.
Thank you, Julie. And as Trustee Holland said, I did attend the Legal Academy, basically, which was an update on Title IX and all the changes that are coming from the Department of Education, and we were all updated on that, and new case law that's coming in out of all the different jurisdictions. So we have a lot of paperwork on that. Let's see, Achieving the Dream Conference last week, February 19th to 22nd. A group from CLC, including Board Vice Chair Catherine Finger and President Lori Suddig, attended the Achieving the Dream Conference in Long Beach, California. Dr. Suddig and Dr. Finger will share more about this during the President's report. AACC at the upcoming American Association of Community Colleges 99th Annual Convention, April 13th.
Hello.
Any trade.
How do I turn it off? I'm reading my notes from the seminar.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All of a sudden I get this.
Anyways, the 99th Annual Convention, April 13th through 16th in Orlando. Trustee Barbara Oschlager and several CLC staff members will conduct a session entitled employment, graduation, and transfer comprehensive outcomes. The presentation will address the gap in student outcomes and illustrate measurable achieved employment gains for college students who complete coursework without earning a credential. This presentation is intended to further the conversation about new metrics to be included in the AACC's voluntary framework of accountability. Illinois Community College trustee meeting will be held March 8th and 9th in Naperville. Is there anything to update us on with the Trustees Association?
Nope, not till after the meeting.
Okay. and then
We met
talked
when we
about
were in
achievement and
Washington.
grants. Oh, okay. Board meeting reminders, the March 19th board meeting will be held at the South Lake campus in Vernon Hills. Please mark your calendars for some upcoming CLC Foundation events, including the CLC retiree event, the scholarship reception, and the golf outing. An updated calendar is at your place. These newly added events are highlighted in yellow. And a big thank you to Tori Newsom, Lakeshore Advisory Committee Chair, wishes to thank the Board of Trustees and the CLC faculty, staff, and students who gave tours and presentations of the Grace Lake campus to the Advisory Committee on Friday, February 22nd. The group from Lakeshore visited the Prairie Restaurant, the Megatronics Lab, and in the Science and Engineering Building, the Nursing Lab, and the Art Gallery. The group was very motivated and excited about what they saw. Tori wanted to attend the meeting this evening to personally extend his thanks, but he had a conflict. Before I conclude my report, Trustee Finger.
I do. Just one quick announcement. On Wednesday, March 13th, there was a retirement reception for Gary Grace, who is retiring from the University Center of Lake County, from about 5 p.m. after our board meeting, between 5 and 7:30 p.m. And a reminder, we're very delighted that Joel Williams will be joining us as director beginning March 18th. So
Excellent.
everyone's welcome to join us.
Thank you. Chief, are we ready yet, or a little bit longer? No? Okay. Then that concludes my report for this time.